Hey guys, it's Drew from Card of My Eye. Also from, I'm a proud new owner of cardofmyeye.com. So, go check that website out. It's my new actual website. It's, cardofmyeye.com. The link will be in the description below. And I'm still running cardofmyeye.blogspot.com. They're both the same. Now, my website doesn't really have a blog feature, so that's why I'm still running my, other blog, the cardofmyeye.blogspot.com, but on the cardofmyeye.com, I do have a full shop, so you guys can purchase things from my shop, all the mini album kits. Everything's not in there right now. There's only like 3 things in there. It has a frequently asked questions section, a contact me, as well as a gallery. And so, as promised, I'm going to show you guys how to create the Life's Tapestry album. And this is going to be the first video, and the kit is available on my blog and on my website. Again, the links are in the description below. And so, let's get started. Today I'm going to cover the front of the album, or the cover, and also the back of the album. So I'm just going to move some of this product out of the way here. Alrighty. Okay, so basically you're going to get one of your chipboard pieces that you got in your mini album kit, and you're going to get one of your papers from the mini album kit as well. And this is one of the 6x6 papers that you guys received in your kit. This is just the blue leaf embossed. I love that paper. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to adhere that paper on to it using just some of this Avery permanent glue. I just love this glue. So I'm just going to go and adhere that on just by adhering it on like this. So as you can see, I've added glue to this section, and now I'm going to find where I want my paper to be added, and I want it to just be right here. And I'm just going to make sure that it's lined up on the back with the corner, and I'm going to really press that down. Alright, and I'm just going to pull that out because there's my little craft mat section. I'm going to go get my X-Acto knife. Okay, so I have my X-Acto here, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to trim off around the edges. Just going to trim off extra paper by going along it with my X-Acto blade. I really need to do my X-Acto. Put a new blade into my X-Acto knife. Alright, so as you can see, you have a completely covered mini album front, and you could use these for whatever you'd like. So I have a completely covered album fronting. Now what I'm going to use is one of my favorite tools. It's just a nail filer, and I'm going to file the edges, and this is just going to sand your edges down and create a really clean finish. So as you can see, I kind of sanded it till it was white. And I'm just going to go all the way around. So if you could tell right there, it's white. And I'm just going to go all the way around. I love the look of this. It's like you're going through the second layer of paper. And it also will shave off any extra that might be overhanging. Okay, now that I have that all nicely distressed, I'm going to add on some walnut stain distressing ink using a Tim Holtz tool. And this is a walnut stain distress ink. And I'm going to dip that in it. And I'm just going to go along the edges and really kind of distress up my paper. So I'm going to try to show you a before and after of what this does to your paper. So this is the before, sorry, and then this is what it does after. So if you guys can see that, I'll try to add some to the green. So there's the two-toned effect. I really love the way that that adds color to your page and just kind of gives it a nice look. So after you've distressed it, just going to put my distressing ink away. Now that you have distressed it, now what you're going to decide on is what embellishments you want to add onto the front of your album. And I'm going to use the 2 big flowers that came in the kit, the green and the orange flowers, as well as a Prima flower, which is going to go in the center. A brad, which is going to connect them all. So I'll just connect all the flowers. So I'm using one of the Prima flowers, and what I'm going to actually do to this Prima flower is I'm going to do some glimmer misting. So I'm just going to lay down my flower right here, and I have a couple different glimmer mists here that go with the collection. If you guys can see these, Meadow Green, Latte, Vintage Pink, Cranberry Zing, Golden Terracotta, Wheatfield, Iridescent Gold, and Silver Sugar. And I'm going to distress this one with some of this Latte. So I'm just going to give it a quick shaking, and I'm just going to spray a bit of Latte on there. So I just sprayed a little bit of Latte, and you can see how it changes the appearance of your flower. So really pretty. I'm going to move my glimmer screen out of the way here. And again, I'm going to set this directly on top, just like this. And I'm going to stick that brad down it, if I know where the brad went. Oh, here it is. I'm just going to stick the brad down the Prima flower, as well both of the silk flowers. So as you can see, I just have one of the golden brads down the flowers, and you're going to make sure you're going to need 10 of the flowers, or 10 of the brads, so keep 10 of them for your album, and that's just going to be placed over there. And then I have some of the pearl stranding here, which I'm going to add onto the album as well. And I'm just going to use a little section of it, so I'm just going to trim off a little section here. As you can see, I just cut off a bit of it, and that's just going to go right there on my mini, but tucked behind the flower a bit. So now what I want to add on is the titling. And the album title is So You, and I did not include the alphabet, but I'm using this alphabet. It's the Cosmo Cricket, this right here, Cosmo Cricket Dear ABCs. It's just chipboard letters and tags and die cuts and stuff, and I just thought the colors matched really nicely. So you guys can use whichever you'd like, but I'm just going to write So right there, just kind of have this going underneath the flower, and then I'm going to do You right underneath that. So Y O U. So as you can see, I wrote So You, and then I'm going to add on, is there anything else I want to add? Yeah, I'm going to add just a flower, another feather up here. So I'm going to go glue all this down, and I'll come back and show you what it looks like after it's been all glued down. Okay guys, so I finished gluing everything down, and I just used a Matte Accents by Ranger. That's the glue that I used to glue everything down. And again, the pearls went behind the flower, as well as the feather, and I just adhered the flower here. As you could probably tell, it's popping off the edge. On the front, I attached on the title, So You, and so that is the front of the album. Now, due to the fact that I'm going to do the same thing to the, let's just pretend that all of our pages were in between these two pieces. I'm going to do the same thing to this side as I am to this side. So I'm not going to show you this side since it's so bulky, and I'm going to need to do it kind of separately. So I'm just going to show you how to do that side on this side as well. Alright, so again, you're going to want some of your designer paper, and this is a 6x6 paper, and I'm just going to grab this one right here with the leaves on it. I really love them. They're like the foil embossed leaves. And I'm just going to move this out of the way some. And I'm going to use the Avery glue stick again. And I'm just going to add glue all the way onto my piece. Just like we did before. All over your piece. And glue sticks were great for attaching down paper. I wouldn't use them to attach down like embellishments or anything, but they work really nice for paper. And I want to get some of this effect, the leaf effect, so I'm just going to attach that to the top corner, and I'm just going to see how there's a little overhang, just going to move it up and really center my design paper. And the filing's going to take down any excess edges. And I'm just going to rub it just to kind of heat up my glue and set it a bit. So as you can see, have it something like this now. And then I'm going to take my little cutter, X-Acto, and I'm just going to trim off the edges. And I just refilled my X-Acto, or redid the blade. So as you can see, really pretty and nice looking. And I'm going to take this again and go around the edges. Okay, so I have that done, and I'm going to use a Tim Holtz Walnut Stain ink again. And I'm just going to ink up my edges. Alright guys, so I have it looking something like this now. Really fun. A really fun page. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some more of that paper that I used. Remember these excess... Actually, I'm not going to use those. I'm going to grab some extra paper, so you can see I have some paper here. And I'm going to use my Cricut cutter here. And I'm going to cut a 2.5 inch strip of this. And it's 6 by 6, so it doesn't matter on which side. And then on this right here, this patterned paper, I am going to lay down some of this Suk-Wang adhesive. So I'm just going to take the Suk-Wang adhesive and I'm going to go all along the edge that's going to be hole punched for my binding. So I know that's going to be hole punched. And then I want to go pretty far, about 2.5 inches on either side. Or what I think 2.5 inches is. And I like the Suk-Wang because it does rip. And then you're just going to peel up your adhesive. Just like that. And I'm going to lay down my paper on top, directly on top. Just like that. Perfect. And then you're just going to trim off excess paper in the back. And then you're going to have your little pocket. And this pocket is going to be great for inserting little tags that you guys can make using your patterned papers, or the solid color papers, and glimmer mist them, or whatever you want to do. And I'm just going to add a little bit of a trim to this paper right here. So I want to add a trim onto it, so I'm just going to take the adhesive again and go all the way across it. And see how I added on that Suk-Wang adhesive? Just going to peel that off. And I'm going to attach on a trim. So I just want to add this trim on right here. And then you'll have a nice trim also added onto your page. So super fun and easy to do. And you're going to do the same exact thing that we did here on this side, but just going the opposite way. And then on the back, you're just going to cover it with some paper, some patterned paper. And that was basically how you're going to do your front and your back pages. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope that was helpful. And I'll be doing the inside pages either tomorrow or the next day. Thanks so much. Bye, everybody.